Hello everyone and welcome back to another AFK journey video. So I apologize for the long wait on this video. I know this was something I did talk about earlier last time I made a regular arena video that I wanted to come up and show you some team options for Frieren, and I'm adding Gwyneth in here as well for more free to play to mid-level team options, not like the super pay to win comps. So we're going to be walking you through the different teams I've come up with. We're going to lead it off with what I think is probably one of the most free-to-play friendly Frieren lineups for a PvP or a regular arena, and that is going to be a basically wilder version. You have Theodore energy boosting the Frieren. By the way, Theodore should be a Paragon priority for everyone. You should have him on your wish list because he is one of the most like game-changing tanks for PvP. And then Frieren is going to be getting that energy boost. And we're just going to run Iron because if you're a long-term player, you're probably going to have Iron even Paragon upgraded right now. And he's going to take an enemy Lily May interruption. That is the whole reason he's on the team here. And then we have Ravion in the back. We have Lily May in the back. And in this position, you just want to make sure that your two rearmost, apart from Ravion, are going to be Lily May and Frieren. And that is going to be the case in this lineup. So they're both going to get the attack buff from Ravion. And again, Ravion, Lily May are Paragon priorities. You probably have been investing them. And we're going to run it with the Iron Wall spell. So basically, I like two different artifacts for PvP. Either Enlightening if you have your carry in the back rearmost. Otherwise, Iron Wall to make your tank even tankier. I think that is more effective than going for like, you know, the old school confining spell. So this is what the initial free-to-play team lineup. Okay, guys, so we're going to move over to the next team. Now, this is a little bit of an interesting concept. However, let me explain it to you. So we're going to be showing you a Graveborn comp with Frieren. Frieren can work in multiple factions depending on which heroes you have Paragon upgraded. You just want to run your strongest Paragon upgraded basically PvP heroes. For example, Damon is always a great option, and here he is going to be buffing up and protecting Frieren further, and also he's going to get the defensive magic buff of Frieren so that he's going to become even harder to take down. Again, we have the Iron Wall spell for more protection for the Damon, and we're running it with Himmel because Himmel's a great ally to run in a Frieren team. You can run Himmel even if he's Supreme Plus. He doesn't need to be Paragon upgraded necessarily for you to bring him out in PvP. Because he's going to provide an attack boost to your Frieren as well as other heroes, like a defensive boost, and he's also going to ramp up Frieren faster. So really, it is a great option if you can run Himmel. And then we have Ludwig as well, just a solid hero. You know, you probably have been working on Paragon upgrade for a while, and he's just going to fit exactly what we're looking for in this team. And then we have Nero as well for two reasons. Number one, he'll take a Lily May interruption of the enemy team. If the enemy doesn't have Lily May, he's going to give another life to Frieren, and that can allow Frieren to maybe get off another ultimate in her second life and finish off the enemy team, because it's all about nuking the enemy with your Frieren. So this is another great team comp you can definitely run. Now, however, if you don't have Himmel and you want to run something else, you can definitely run like a more turtle comp with Callan. Callan is never going to be bad for PvP in general. He's just really good. So definitely you can do that. You don't have to run Himmel, but Himmel is a good choice as well. Okay, moving on to the next one, we have a wilder Frieren team, but now with Himmel in it. And now here's the thing, right? If you're going to run Himmel in a wilder team, you will want to also run Solise because you're going to need to have a support. Now, I'm going to give you some alternatives, so don't worry even if you don't have Solise. But out of the wilder supports, Solise is the best one. And you'll need to have that for the heroic party buff of Himmel. Again, we have Theodore up front, give it the Iron Wall spell, defensive magic. We have Frieren being boosted, and we have Solise who's going to provide attack buff and healing. And sustain for the team. And we have Ravion to further buff up your Solise and your Frieren. Which is overall, it's a solid comp. Now, for example, let's say you don't have Solise and you want to run a different hero. Another great support that comes to mind is definitely the twins. And the twins are going to fit very well into a comp like this. You just have to change around the positionings like so, because you need to have Himmel adjacent to three different allies who are all of the three different classes you need: mage, tank, and support. But this position would get the job done. You can still run Ravion because Frieren is still the second rearmost, so she's gonna get the attack buff from Ravion. So definitely this is another variation of a team you can run, and it should also be a strong option. The thing is, like, for example, like, I don't know, maybe you have Solise, you don't want to run Himmel. And then you can also run this Solise and Lily May comp, having Lily May in the back like before and then Solise off to the side. Definitely there's another viable comp as well for this wilder team with Frieren in it. Okay, now we have moving up the line to a bit more of the pay-to-win tier. Well, not exactly. There are some people who have invested into Alna. Alna is fine even at Supreme Plus, worthy of running in your PvP teams, because Alna is really just there for the protection. She's going to provide better protection to Frieren. We have Theodore up front. Theodore's going to have the defensive magic, so he's also going to be very well protected. Iron Wall spell, and then again we have Ravion, the Lily May combo. Both are Paragon upgrade priorities for you guys, and Lily May will interrupt enemies, deal her damage, be boosted by Ravion, and then we also have Frieren getting that Ravion attack boost because she's second rearmost in this position, apart from Ravion himself. So this is like the highest level of Frieren team I've come up with. I didn't go for crazy pay to win. You guys have seen that in my previous videos, like Gunnar contest, Alna, Frieren, and then whatever else you want. You can do that, but that's of course the most pay to win. And like this is still a budget level and still going to be a very strong option for you. Just showing you these free to play to budget levels of teams. Now I'm bringing in Gwyneth. Now the reason I'm going to bring in Gwyneth for two reasons. Number one, there's some people who missed out on the Frieren banner or maybe only took her to Supreme Plus. They didn't Paragon upgrade her and they're feeling a little bit bad, feeling a little bit sad. Now, don't feel sad. AFK Journey is a game where heroes are constantly being power creeped. Now, I know Frieren is very strong right now, and she probably is the top #1 meta hyper carry in the game right now. I think I can say that. And she's probably going to have pretty long lasting life because of the fact that her defensive magic is so much utility for the team, even if she kind of falls off as a hyper carry. However, there will come a time when there's a better hypercarry. And already we have Gwyneth on banner, and Gwyneth is, I would say, in the top 3 of hypercarries in the whole game right now. Frieren's probably #1, then Gwyneth and Sylphira around #2 and #3. But still, Gwyneth is a great hero, and if you are missed out on Frieren, but you have a lot of resources and you want to invest into a PvP hero, look no further than Gwyneth because she is an absolute beast. She doesn't depend on her ultimate. She's a completely normal attack-based damage dealer. And as you guys can see here, we've put together a really nice budget team that you can actually run Gwyneth with. Now, Gwyneth will need protection, definitely. However, if you run a team like this, she has ample protection. You have Callan for that initial shielding or damage reduction in damage sharing. You have Hugin for eventual shielding onto your main target, or your weakest ally, and then you have Alicent for another life onto Gwyneth, and also that penetration and allowing her to target a backline carry. And then we have Ravion as well, who also have Lifesaver Shield for protection, and also further buffing up Gwyneth and Alicent, but mainly to buff up Gwyneth. And we have Enlightening Spell, because like I said, if you're running with a hyper carry in the rearmost tile, like you usually do with Gwyneth, go for the Enlightening Spell and just ramp her up as much as possible. Now, this is definitely a budget team because it doesn't have Gunnar, it doesn't have Alna, it doesn't have, like, you know, Kulu and all of those other things. However, it's still going to be very functional. And if you can invest into a Gwyneth Paragon 2, Paragon 3, Paragon 4 even, and even Max Refiner as high as you can, she is going to put in work for you. She is one of the top 3 hyper carries in the meta right now. It is Frieren, Gwyneth, and Sylphira. And of course, Sylphira is out of reach for a majority of players. So it's basically Frieren and Gwyneth. And if you can get both of them high Paragon upgraded, you already have 2 amazing teams you can build around for PvP content. And even if you are lacking some of those other PvP like Celestial Hyper G and tech options, you can make things work, as you guys see here. This would be a great option. Now, if you want to go a little bit more expensive, we have another great, but still, this is still what I would consider a budget team. It's not using all of the crazy Celestial Hypergeans. This is a Gunnar Gwyneth team. Now, this one's going to be even better because Gunnar provides even more protection to Gwyneth and more buffing to Gwyneth compared to Hugin. You still have Callan for the shielding, and we have Ravion as well for further attack buffing and unaffected provision for the first 5 seconds. And then we have Iron Wall spell in this team lineup, because for this team lineup, Gwyneth is not the rearmost, so we don't want to use a lightning spell into Alicent. Alicent is a supportive hero in this comp, an accessory hero to basically just ramp up and protect your Gwyneth as much as possible. So yeah, this is great. Now, if you want to go more pay to win, definitely you can do it. There's basically no stopping what you can actually do here. Alna is going to be great. If you can run an Alna, it is a little bit packed, but like Callan for that protection is always a good option, and Alna protecting your Gunnar in front. Basically, it becomes a chain reaction where no one can be killed because Alna's protecting Gunnar, Gunnar's protecting your Gwyneth, and who are you gonna kill? Like, you can't kill anything out of these 3 heroes because they're all protecting each other. And then Callan just for that initial burst, taking some of that initial burst. But yeah, you can run different heroes. You can definitely run Kulu in a comp like this. This would also be very effective. um because again, you have all the nice things here, but you also now have a ranged defense buff on your entire team, walling them up against melee comps. And yeah, Gwyneth is just basically, while they funnel in through here, Gwyneth is just really nuking people off in the back. So yeah, team comps like these, Gwyneth has a lot of possibilities. Also, Frieren has a lot of possibilities. Like, you guys are thinking, well, why are you talking so much about Gwyneth? What about Frieren? Well, we can show you some of the pay to win Frieren comps that do really well, that basically I've been having success with. Definitely it involve Gunnar, it will involve Contest as well, it will involve, if you want, you can go for Alna, but basically Alna isn't even absolutely necessary in these comps. Like, really, the key comp is Himmel, Frieren, Gunnar, Contest, and you can mix and match with whatever other hero you want to run in here. Alna is definitely good, but you know, Dunlinger also has great success, especially with Curlock in this comp, preventing enemy stall strategies, and yeah, you're still going to be well shielded. Like, you know, Frieren has great protection even from her own defensive magic, and then Gunnar's shield, initial shield. So like, you don't necessarily need to have an Alna in here, but yeah, Alna is obviously a good option, and you can even experiment. You can try Alna on the Gunnar, you can try Alna on the Frieren, and see which one is better for you. But anyway, guys, that is going to be it for this video about, like, you know, the some free-to-play and budget teams. And it's funny, we're showing the pay-to-win team while we do this. Free-to-play and budget teams that you can run involving Frieren or Gwyneth. Both are top tier hyper carry damage dealers. Both are heroes you want to build your teams around. And also, this is important for Supreme Arena and also Supreme League. If you're going to be competing in that, you're going to want to build a team around both of these heroes. Definitely 2 out of those 5 teams are going to be one Frieren team, one Gwyneth team, because they're the top 2 hyper carries. But anyway, guys, hopefully this video is helpful. If there are any other teams that are working for you and you would like to share, you can feel free to share them in the comment section. You can copy and paste the formation ID or just talk about which heroes you're running. Thank you guys all so much for watching. That is going to be it for this video. And if you're thinking about making a purchase in AFK Journey, please use my affiliate link for the official Farlight store. This is the best way you can support me and also gain 5% bonus dragon crystals on your purchase. My affiliate link is in the description of this video in a pinned comment, and you can actually bookmark this link in your browser, and whenever you're planning to make a purchase, just return to the bookmark link and make your purchase. It will support me and be greatly appreciated. So thanks for watching. I'll hopefully see you in the next video, and until then, everyone, peace out for now.